everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with a little video, and today we are taking a look at D3 Breaker from the Transformers Generation Selects line. So as always, we'll take a look at the vehicle mode first of all, and then we'll take a look at the robot mode, and then we'll do some size comparisons. So D3, or Breaker, if you prefer to just call him that, is a straight up repaint and retool of the Earthrise Trailbreaker mold from a few years ago, and I really like this vehicle mode. It's a nice SUV. It's got a very nice shade of blue to it, a few little details on the side, the words four-wheel drive are written on there as well, and you've got a nice big Autobot logo there on the bonnet. Vehicle does roll very, very nicely. But yeah, it's a really nice vehicle mode. It's got some nice molded detailing. The one complaint I do have is this front section here, where it does have quite a large gap, and you can see the hands very, very clearly. Now, I imagine this is meant to be something like the suspension on the vehicle or something like that, but it would have been nice if Hasbro had done something with the arms so that instead of going like at a diagonal level, they like folded this way and then that way, maybe just to hide it a little bit better. But aside from that, I have no real complaints about the vehicle mode. It looks very, very nice. Now, if you want to with D3, as you can do with Trailbreaker, you can just detach the back roof, and then you can have the weapons bits that would usually be visible during robot mode up as well, like so, which gives it a slightly different appearance, depending on what you want to do. Alternatively, you can just have the roof back on there like that. You can take his only accessory, which is like his gun hand thing, and you can plug it into the top like that as well, if you wish. But aside from that, that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. So what I'll do is, I'll just pause the video, and then I'll get him put into robot mode. Okay, so here we have D3 Breaker now in his robot mode, and as I said, it's a straight up repaint of the Trailbreaker version. Now, just to point one thing, if you've never heard of D3 Breaker before, the DK actually stands for Diaclone, because this guy was done as a homage to one of the original Diaclone variations of the original Trailbreaker toy back in the very early 1980s. There are a few different colored versions of this guy and of the Hoist model, I believe, as well, and D3 is meant to represent one of those versions. So, just to take a look at the robot mode, you've got the head sculpt there, which is completely unchanged. Very reminiscent of the original G1 Trailbreaker. All the car bits are visible, obviously, because why not? But they don't get in the way of the robot mode. The arms, like the original Trailbreaker version, the side panels of the vehicle actually form the back of his arms, which is actually, I think, is actually quite a nice little touch. It doesn't limit the articulation, though, thankfully, so the arms can move all the way back, all the way around in a full 360. You do still have movement at the elbow, but because of how these are designed, that's just how it works. You do have side motion as well, so you can get a bit of a side bit there, which will take it away from this back piece. But all in all, you don't really lose any articulation by having this piece on the back. The head is on a ball joint, so we'll do a full 360. You can get some up movement because of how this thing transforms, but there is no down movement. He can look down a little bit on the ball joint, but that's about it. He does have full waist swivel for 360 degrees. The legs do go all the way forward, all the way back if you move the waist a little bit, like so. You do have bend at a very low knee, and there is some ankle articulation as well, so you can get him into some nice poses. The weapons which I showed before in vehicle mode are hidden away in the backpack here. Now, unfortunately, if you do get them out, like so, they are kind of unusable they don't really show above his head much very well. In the original toy, these were off to the side and a little bit up, so you could actually use them in robot mode, but in this, they're kind of really unusable. So I just keep them in the back there like that. The one accessory he does come with, the little hand cannon thing, does fit into either of his hands. Oh. He says on camera and it won't work. There we go. So he does have a hand weapon to use as well. So that's it, really. Nice looking robot mode. Very reminiscent, very good representation of the original G1 version of the character. Obviously, I never had the original version of this guy, but I do have an original Trailbreaker as well. But yeah, in this cartoon series, this is pretty much Trailbreaker, just in different colors. Anyway, some size comparisons. Here he is with his G1 counterpart, Bumblebee, and you can see, I just tilt them up, the size difference there. Here he is with Thrust. So Thrust is a little bit taller, mostly because of his jet parts, and he's a little bit wider as well, again, because of his jet parts. And finally, here he is with his leader, Optimus Prime. So I think they scale very nicely together. So, is D3 Breaker worth getting? I think he is. I know that obviously Trailbreaker was the original version of this toy, but if, like me, you're into your Japanese characters, or you're into Diaclone in any way, shape, or form, then this is obviously something that you probably would like to add to your collection. I think if you're a general Transformers fan as well, it's a good figure to have. It's got nice articulation, the robot mode's very nice, and the vehicle mode is very nice also. So I think really this would be a very good addition on any Transformers shelf. So I would definitely recommend picking him up if you do find him. It has to be said, I got this guy at the Bolton Toy Fair over a year ago, and he was so cheap it was ridiculous. I don't think this figure sold particularly well as part of the Selects line, but hey, maybe that's just it. But again, I do think it is something that maybe is worth picking up and adding to your collection. But let me know in the comments section, do you have this version or the Hoist version? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do let me know in the comments section. Please hit like, hit subscribe, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video.